Okay, so you're going to take the candy corn file that I give you, and you're going to print 2 of these and cut one out in whole and one out in pieces like this. Okay, then you're going to take your 3 pieces of felt. My daughter chose these, but I don't know if I like them, so I may end up making 2 of them with these 3 colors. I don't know. What do y'all think? Then you're going to take your 3 pieces and cut out each piece in felt, so you can pin it to the piece of felt and then cut around it. Okay, so here are my pinned pieces, and then you'll just start cutting around these. Like that. Okay. I don't know if y'all can hear that music in the background, but my daughter's in there like river dancing or something. I'm not sure. Okay, so keep cutting out your pieces. Okay, so there's the 3 pieces of felt cut out, and then I'm going to cut a piece of felt. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to cut 2 pieces of felt for the front and the back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and pinned the full candy corn, and I just chose this color. You can choose whatever color you want. Doesn't even have to be the 3 colors if you don't want it to be. I'm so freaking good at this tutorial that I didn't even tell you what the tutorial is for. We're not just making felt candy corns, we're making felt candy corn scissor sheaths. Sorry guys. Okay, so I have the 2 pieces, the full pieces, and then I have the 3 candy corn pieces. Next, I'm going to get some craft glue, so just your Elmer's Craft Bond tacky glue, and I'm gonna start gluing each of these pieces here. But when I put the glue on the back, I like to put it in the center. Ooh. Because you're going to be stitching around the edges and it makes it hard to stitch through. So there you go. And you can always trim the edge if it's not exact to the backing piece. Oops. So then put that one there. Okay, and like I said, you can trim the edges so that it's more has more of a clean edge, and then we're gonna stitch a seam here and also along the top and bottom of this orange piece and around the bottom of the white piece. And then of course when we attach it to the second piece, we'll stitch a border around the entire edge. So I'll be right back once I get my needle threaded. Hey guys, did I mention how fun making tutorials are? I am having all sorts of technical difficulties. Okay, so as I mentioned, and you can kind of see on another one that I did what I was talking about doing that stitch. I haven't finished the other pieces. Okay, so I'm just gonna stitch a border along the edge. Okay, and then I'm just gonna tie a knot in the back and get my next color. Okay, so just knotted the edges, and those will be tucked in once we get that other piece on. I also wanted to mention that I'm just using your, regular DMC embroidery floss, and I am using 2 strands of the 6-strand floss. Okay, so real quick, I just went ahead and stitched up the orange, and now I'm gonna do the yellow. Okay, so here is the piece with all the seams stitched, and then as I've done on the ends, I've just made a knot to secure them in place, because these aren't gonna show. These are gonna be on the inside, and then just trim it off. Okay, and now I will start stitching these together, and then we'll trim around the edges. But I'm going to stitch the outside edge in black, like this one. So let me get my needle threaded and I'll be back. Okay, so you're going to tuck all your little knots inside. And then I've been starting these at the bottom, and you're going to go in between the 2 layers, because you don't want that knot to show. You're going to tuck that inside. Okay, and you're going to begin sewing your seam all around the edge. And I'm going to do a little bit of that, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I like to go ahead and I gotta make a small stitch here, I guess. Yeah, I like to stitch these 2 together. It's gonna be a little bit long, but it's okay. That's okay. And I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna come up through that one, and when I go down, I'm gonna split these, because this is where the scissors are gonna go in. And so from here, actually, I'm gonna do one more stitch. I say one more, then I have to do that one to come up. So from here, you're just gonna stitch through these top layers till you get to the same area over on the other side, and then we'll go back down through all 3 layers. Okay, so now I'm at the other side, and I'm gonna go down through all 3 layers and do that all the way to the bottom. Okay, so here is the stitched edge, and just for example, you can put your little scissors in there and keep them cozy. So I'm going to add some little eyeballs to the front just because I like that, and I will get those ready and then we will proceed. Okay, so you're going to cut 2 black circles like this, and take your little piece of felt and just start rotating it. Till you get a round circle, but you'll need 2 of these for the eyes. And once you have the circles, you will glue them, and then we will stitch a little bit of eyelashes and a nose. Okay, so then you're gonna start stitching some eyelashes, and you know, this could also be done before you stitch these together. It would probably be a little bit easier. Just like that, and then you're going to repeat that on the other side. Okay, so I have the little eyelashes on both sides, and I'm going to do a little nose next. Okay, so I came up through over here, and I'm going to come down over here, and then I'll show you. It's actually gonna maybe be more like a mouth. So I'm gonna tack that in place. And this is very hard to see while I stitch with this camera set up. So I may pause the video. Okay, so just want to come up and not pull too hard like I just did. Loosen that back up. And then you can just come down on the other side of the stitch. Right there. Like I said, this would have been a lot easier had I done this. Ooh. 1 second. Okay, so you kind of make it the shape that you want, and then you come down on the other side of the thread. And just pull it gently. I may need to do it a little bit tighter, but y'all get the picture. There we go. Just like that. So, now that it's all said and done, the little Beckham scissors that we have in our shop make the cutest little accompaniment to this scissor sheath. Thank you for watching.